You ever watch a scene unfold and just know that chaos is about to strike, but you can't look away? Yeah, this is one of those moments. Buckle up, because what happened next is messy, emotional, and absolutely insane. And honestly, some of you are going to feel like you're trapped on that bus with them, hearing every awkward pause, every unspoken thought, every tension-filled sigh. Elizabeth hasn't said a word yet, not a peep. And if silence is golden, then the silence. This is pure platinum, but the kind that comes with a warning, tension overload. Kara and GMO, they're doing that. We're okay, but you know, maybe not really. Dance that makes you question everything about adult communication. You've been there. You've felt that. You know the dread of a conversation that could explode at any second. Then there's that moment. The one where mama whispers into someone's ear, promises, open arms, open legs, open mouth. Yeah, we know you did too. And the reaction. Perfect. Pure human chaos. Stop. Don't touch my arm like that. Out of character, you bet. But in this environment, out of character is just another flavor of drama. Now, here's where it gets sticky. Gino admits, in a whisper that's louder than a scream, that sometimes he thinks maybe, just maybe, he and Elizabeth could reconcile. And if that happens, more problems are on the horizon. Cue the collective audience groan. This is the tension you feel in your chest, the kind that makes you want to text your ex and say, don't do it. But of course, none of us are brave enough to intervene, right? And then, the classic reality show mech drop moment. Break up with her. Get with me. Yeah, okay. A little joke. But don't tell me you didn't feel the underlying truth. Every relationship on this show is a minefield, and every joke is a landmine waiting to go off. Cut to the bus scene. Everyone stepping out, stretching limbs, taking in the world like. Maybe they haven't been trapped in this emotional pressure cooker for weeks. And then why? Oh bless why. Ask Julia the question no one expected. Are you matching me boob-wise? Pause. Applaud confusion. Lauder. Absolute chaos. Julia insists no. It's not true. But here's the twist. People actually think she got her boobs done. Meanwhile, the world doesn't know she's pregnant. Talk about secrets tucked in plain sight. Gino shows up, and he's glowing with confidence. Or is it bravado? Honestly, it's hard to tell. But here's the thing. He's happy because he's getting support. Support. From people who have barely survived the emotional hurricane that is this household. And just when you think it can't get more tense, Jasmine and Matt arrive. Oh. This is where it becomes cinematic. You can feel the electricity in the air. Gino thinks he's brave, especially with his entourage of guys nearby. But guess what? Matt's there now. Alone. Steady calm. Or pretending to be. He says he'll stay mature, but also hints, just a whisper, that if things go south he might have to fight. And suddenly, the entire room is holding its breath. The calm before the storm, folks. Jasmine, ever the queen of dramatic timing, greets the group with, "Good morning, sunshine." And you can almost hear the collective discomfort radiating off Gino and Georgie. The tension is a living entity now, bouncing off every wall, creeping into every corner. People are uncomfortable. They don't know whether to laugh, to look away, or to run screaming. And then it gets real. Joe enters, Andrew's hand is involved, a bottle flies. You saw it in the previews, but seeing it unfold live, different level of chaotic artistry, and the tell-all. Finally, the moment everyone's been waiting for, because nothing says high-stakes drama, like sitting down and revealing every hidden emotional grenade you've been holding. Before the chaos can fully erupt, Shin informs us, Teagle and Annan won't be there. Relief, right? Especially after Anna's Hitler posts. A history lesson nobody wanted, ever, few. But that's just the calm before the storm. Because when the house confrontations start, they hit like a thunderclap. Joy smacks the bottle out of Andrew's hand, tension. Maxed out. Brandon and Julia are next. And suddenly we're in ultra-sensitive territory, fertility treatments, privacy, raw vulnerability. Julia walks away, tears threatening. Because some moments, you just can't pretend. And the world has no right to witness it. Yet we're watching. We're all watching. Darcey confronts Georgie. Wants transparency, openness, yet the last time she asked, she got radio silence. Con artist? Maybe. Survivor of emotional warfare? Absolutely. And while Julia returns, the narrative accelerates. It's a perfect storm of personal trauma, relational explosions, and the kind of reality TV tension that makes you forget to breathe. And then the rings. Oh yes, the wedding and engagement rings, changed into earrings. For Matilda, the shock. The audience gasps. And the commentary starts, sell them, give them back. What is happening? The symbolism, layers deep. It's messy. It's personal. It's a memory repurposed. And just when you think the story might pause for breath, bam, pregnancy reveal. Gino cries. Jasmine cries. And all of us, we sit there, trapped in the emotional undertow, wondering how much more human drama we can handle in one episode. Pause for a second. Think about this. Have you ever watched a situation unfold where everyone's secrets, fears, and emotional baggage collide at once? What would you do if your private life was suddenly a public spectacle? Comment below. Be honest. No judgment. And yes, I'll read every single one. And if you're still here, if your heart is racing, if your palms are sweaty, if you're just as invested as I am, subscribe. Don't miss what happens next. Because this house, this group, it's not done. Not even close. And we're back. And if you thought things couldn't get any more intense, buckle up. Because the tell, all is officially igniting like fireworks in a hurricane. The rings, the pregnancies, the silent stares. It's just the beginning. Everyone's on edge, every glance is loaded, every word a potential landmine. And honestly, it feels like watching emotional gladiators in a coliseum, where every misstep could trigger chaos. Let's start with Jasmine and Gino. Remember the earrings? Rings transformed into tiny symbols of maternal love, repurposed for Matilda. Well, hold on to your seats, because everyone at the table is reacting like they just witnessed a crime scene. What, really? That's your justification? Someone gasps. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a butter knife. And Gino, tears welling, emotions raw. That, I can't believe this is happening. Expression the audience feels every single second. Then comes the moment that stops hearts. Jasmine drops her bombshell. She's pregnant. And not just a little pregnancy reveal, this one is seismic. Gino's reaction, genuine, emotional, a grown man crying, and in this moment, you can almost hear the universe pause. Because we all know a pregnancy on a reality show is never just a pregnancy. It's a story, a narrative earthquake. And we can't look away. But here's the twist. Matt, that calm, I'll stay mature type, is suddenly thrust into the center. He's the protector, the shield, the looming presence of potential action. The energy between him and Gino. Dangerous, unpredictable. And you know, just like in every good reality show, the camera catches those silent micro-reactions. The twitch, the glance, the barely there smirk. And you know the tension is about to snap. Meanwhile, Brandon and Julia are circling their own emotional minefield. Fertility treatments, personal trauma, past heartbreaks. Julia walks away in tears, everyone watching, and you feel like you're violating some sacred moment just by being a spectator. The audience is living in her panic, her vulnerability, her raw, unfiltered human emotion. And then she comes back. She has to. Because in this house, nothing stays buried, nothing is left unspoken, and closure is a moving target. Darcey and Georgie, oh, it gets spicy. She demands transparency, openness. But Georgie, he's defensive, evasive. Just enough charm to distract, but not enough to reassure. He's playing a dangerous game. One misstep and all hell could break loose. And in reality TV, danger isn't just about physical fights. It's emotional warfare, psychological chess. And the stakes are your reputation, your love life, your legacy in front of the world. And now, the real drama, Joy and Andrew. That bottle flying out of Andrew's hand. More than a prop. It's symbolic. Every object in this room carries weight. Every micro-conflict is amplified by the audience watching, the cameras rolling, the production anticipating that explosive moment. And we are here for it. Because this isn't just conflict. This is storytelling that hurts, that shocks, that leaves you saying, did that really just happen? The tell-all doesn't stop there. Julia confronts Brandon, and the room shifts. You can feel the emotional gravity pulling everyone in. Fertility, broken promises, secrets, the trauma of trying to rebuild trust. It's all on display, and the camera captures the small things, the unsaid things, the quiver in a lip, the slight shake of a hand, the momentary glance away from someone you love but can't fully forgive. It's pure, raw, human drama. And then, oh yes, then comes the moment that splits the room: Matilda's earrings. What started as a personal, emotional gesture, repurposing past heartbreak into love for her child, turns into a battleground. Some say return them, some say sell them. And in the chaos, you realize this is more than jewelry. It's symbolism. It's power. It's the ultimate conversation about control, memory, legacy, and ownership of past pain. And the audience, we are locked in. Because this moment isn't just about Julia, Jasmine, or Gino, it's about us too. How do you process emotions? How do you handle legacy in past relationships? And let's be real. If you're like me, you're gripping your chair thinking, I'd lose my mind in this house. The emotional roller coaster doesn't stop. We see Joy's confrontation with Andrea escalate, body language screaming what words can't capture. And in these fleeting seconds, the stakes feel higher than ever. Because in this house, every slight, every whispered insult, every misaligned glance could explode into total chaos. And trust me, we all know it's coming. Now let's talk about Matt. Quiet, composed, stoic until the fight or flight response kicks in. We've all underestimated calm, right? It's deceptive. And in the house, that calm is a powder keg. One word, one shove, one look, and suddenly the mature exterior is a thin veneer. And if Matt snaps, we're watching a storm no one could predict. Meanwhile, Julia's return to the room after her emotional withdrawal. Iconic. It's like a narrative reset, a chance for unresolved tension to collide head-on. And in that collision, secrets spill like water breaking through a dam. The fertility topic. Sensitive. Personal, vulnerable. And everyone watching knows some truths are dangerous when revealed at the wrong time. And then, the crescendo: Jasmine telling Gino she's pregnant. Emotional, tearful, shockwave-inducing. And the camera doesn't just capture Gino's tears. It captures the silence afterward, the pauses, the tension in every muscle. You can feel the room shift, the emotional weight compress the air. And in that silence, you know nothing will ever be the same. The tell-all ends. But not really. Because the aftershocks, the micro-tensions, the subtle shifts in alliances, the unspoken grudges, those linger. And you, the audience, are left thinking, what's next? Who's going to explode first? And how much emotional damage can one household endure? In engagement hook, pause for a second. What would you do if you were in this room? Would you confront the truths, walk away, or sit quietly, absorb in the storm? Comment below. I need to know your strategy. And tell me, whose side would you take in the ring of emotional fire? And if your heart is racing, if your palms are sweaty, if you can't stop thinking about the aftermath, then hit that subscribe button. Seriously, you don't want to miss the fallout from this chaos. Because trust me, episode 3